the hood. We gotta get the hood in shape so that it is ready to go. So we were doing, I know you can't see it on that side, but we were doing a subscriber drive yesterday, and that was very successful. We added 40 subscribers yesterday in the live stream. Now this is a random Sunday morning live stream. We're gonna prop the hood up. We gotta get rid of the flexiness of the hood like this. See how I can flex it so much? I'm hoping traces of carbon fiber that we're going to be able to achieve getting rid of that flexiness. So in order to do that, now I don't know exactly what I'm doing, obviously. There's no rules, just compromises. So how I plan on getting rid of that, when you add, picture adding framing like an X across a hood like most hoods are, we're going to take and add, I got not scrap, but cut off carbon fiber, and we're going to mix up some resin, and I'm going to use magnets to hold it to the bare metal on the underside, and we're going to add some rigidity that way, and hopefully we get rigidity out of it. But in order to do it, see, you can see how flexy it is. We want to get rid of that flexy flyer thing. And you can see where I think by putting a big cross in the underside of the hood, so that it doesn't touch the engine, but we're gonna cross it up in here, from here to here. So we'll prop this open, we'll mark out an X pattern, we'll clean it, then we're gonna put plastic over the engine just so we don't get a bunch of epoxy in the engine. We'll mix up some carbon fiber, and we'll take magnets and stick the carbon fiber to the hood underside strategically so it hangs down, and then we'll close it, we'll shim the hood where we want it, and then hopefully after it cures a few days, then it will be more rigid. So you can see where the metal flexes like this. And I didn't want to add more metal to the hood. I'm not like really concerned with weight, but I do want the amount of weight we're using to be as low as possible. We're building a supercar, right? So we'll prop the hood open, then we'll get started. We'll get started on it. We don't know what we're doing, but we're going to get started on it anyways, right? We used to have a saying. I was helping my buddies with their dragsters. We don't know what we're doing, but we do it right. So I think our hood prop is going to be this. We can find a spot that it'll stay. So. But the only problem is I was going to use that to lay across to create the X pattern, but I guess we could use string. So I think by putting see how this kind of is changing shape? I don't know, can you see? Yeah, you can see that on camera. I need to put a cross brace in across. I thought metal rods, but I don't have any rods that are that length. It's boxed in here, but I figured if I just take carbon fiber and go right across the underside, both ways, that we would get the same effect. And I'm like, well, how am I going to stick the carbon fiber there and create the bracing? And I'm like, oh, just use a magnet. The magnet will hold the carbon fiber up to the underside of the hood until the carbon fiber cures. So that's the plan. Anyone have any better ideas? Comment down below, because this is the best I have. So, but this is my Lamborghini project, my midlife crisis project. It's not a real Lamborghini. It's built on a Ford Crown Victoria ex-Buffalo police car, and I have a custom-made hood using metal wire, metal brake, and sheet metal welded together. Hello, see Seafoil Gold. Seafoil Gold. Hello. Anyways, I'm looking to reinforce it so that we get rid of this flex. And the only way that I can think of doing that is by adding, without adding a lot of weight, is adding carbon fiber cross bracing. So I know probably should have made the hood out of carbon fiber, but it's a 4.6 liter V8. I have twin turbos in the rear, and it's going to get fed up the frame rail to the engine. So twin turbo V8 rear wheel drive. So I'm going to get started by just cleaning the metal, and we'll see where we go. So if you're new here, click a 2 in the chat. Now we're going to have the compressor on to do this. Well, I think the compressor's on, so let's see what we got. We're just making things up as we go here, right? Use fiberglass inside hood with PVC pipe to brace. I thought about that, the PVC pipe to brace. And instead of fiberglass, I'm just going to use the scraps of carbon fiber that I have. It kind of will fit the profile of supercar, I guess. And I'm just going to. So I'm going from this corner here to that corner there, and we'll draw a line under the hood, and we'll go from there. So yesterday, like I said, we had a subscriber drive. I got all the new subscribers' names written on the hood. So on the top side, anyone that liked and subscribed, I put their name on the hood of my Lambo project. And you might ask why? Because we're trying to include everyone on the channel. We've been building the channel quite steadily, actually. Kind of impressed with everyone that's joined us. And I think it's, everyone's been sharing their projects, talking about what they're building. And so I figured if I take carbon fiber and I take magnets with plastic on them, so I can get the magnets off after, but we clean this off. I take scraps of carbon fiber, use epoxy, put it down, so it'll hang down, and then close the hood, let it cure. Keep doing that, and eventually we'll get rid of that flexi flyer look. So that's the plan. And that's what we're going to stick to. Is it going to work? Well, comment it below, because I don't know if it's going to work, quite honestly. This is, there's a lot of things I'm doing that I've never tried before. And I don't even know if the idea is going to work, but that's all right. think that's the section we're going to do today. Because I think this is going to be like an all week long project. Let me look at some comments in case I missed any. Use fiberglass. Yeah, I think the fiberglass idea is essentially what I'm thinking of doing, but I'm just using carbon fiber because I have a bunch of carbon fiber, and I can find it. Here we go. Carbon fiber with cat hair because the one cat sleeps in the car. He likes it. We'll get the cat hair off of it. So, what I was thinking, let me hear your thoughts. If I take scraps like this, and I just make random carbon fiber. Now we'll trim it so that it looks nice afterwards. If I take carbon fiber strips, epoxy it to the hood, and box it in, similar to the box here and here, it will give the hood rigidity. And I will get rid of scraps of carbon fiber that I couldn't, you'll see it a little bit, but when we trim it, hey Jen, good morning. It's our fabulous moderator, one of our fabulous moderators. But I figure if I take carbon fiber and just add epoxy and bam, stick it to the bottom of the hood, close the hood, shim the hood where I need it, and then let this cure overnight. That's my plan. So we'll see. I'm going to get some more carbon fiber out, see what I have here that we can use. Feathers. Oh, there we go too. So I got all this carbon fiber scraps. This is perfect for this because we can trim it and it'll look decent enough underneath. Not looking for show car underneath the hood, so we're just going to put this in. I intend to procreate with the 78 Gremlin. So gain entry through the whatever you want to do. Be an ugly love child. Man, look at all this cat fur in here. Who lets these feral cats sleep in the Lambo? Not I, but that's where. So I'm thinking this plus whatever carbon fiber I have. And I'll take you to the mixing station because I don't think I've ever showed the carbon or the epoxy curing process because or epoxy mixing process, that's a little bit involved. Probably should have those cups ready to go. And maybe, just maybe, I will buy carbon just for doing the underneath of the hood. I have more here. So I'm debating, do I use brand new carbon? I think we use the scraps underneath to build it, then we'll wrap it with new stuff so that, the finished look, we could actually have actual carbon fiber look under the hood. Look at how shiny that is. That's kind of cool, isn't it? And I'll probably get more carbon to finish this, but I don't even know if this is going to work. So this could be a big waste. You got a 99 Corvette C5. Nice. I remember when the LS engine came out in that series Corvette, and I went to the AC Delco school to learn about coilover plug and dwell and timing per cylinder per revolution. That was a long time ago. So, anyways, I do have a C4 Corvette that I LS swapped on my channel and painted with Rust-Oleum. It's worth a look someday. Like and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. That helps the channel out quite a bit. We already have 10 likes here. That's amazing. It's a Sunday morning. 1,000 horsepower is insane. Yeah, I would say so. And then those LSs will hold 1,000 horsepower, no doubt. So I'm going to mix up some epoxy. Do you want to see the epoxy process? Because I think that's the next step. I'm going to mix a little bit of epoxy. I'm going to get that wet, and we're going to put the hood down, and we're going to give this a shot. I don't have any other... We'll just keep adding carbon fiber to this underhood to give it strength until it's actually... It's all about the breakdown, and the engine is going... Oh, the engine's going out? Got too much boost through it? So I have this much carbon fiber left, plus some scraps. We're going to use the scraps and then just keep, after it cures, we're going to wrap it, cure, wrap it. We're just going to keep doing this until something happens. I believe it's going to get strong. I believe we can get rid of this floppiness. This on camera, you should see. See how it flexes? Now it's just sheet metal and metal rods, and this distance from here to there is changing. So if we put cross braces all the way through, like, you know, well, like this, hold on, I'm using my hand the wrong way. I think that will get rid of that flexiness. I wish I could come and give you some. Oh, you have carbon fiber? Hope that's what you're talking about. Anyways, that's what we got going on. So we're going to get the mixing station lined up. We'll get some epoxy mixed up. We're gonna keep, let's say, trying as we go, because some of this is uncharted territory for me. I've never made a custom hood from scratch, and I would imagine not too many people have. And I don't know how it's going to turn out, but we'll do our best, right? So let's take you this way. Ooh, hopefully I don't drop my phone off of this, right? Whoa, almost hit that. Okay, so this is my idea. Can you see this right here? This mixing station? Mixing station is not, it's just the top of my toolbox with the two epoxy, yeah, you can see it. Anyways, thanks to everyone who liked and subscribed yesterday. We got 40 subscribers join the Fun with Cars Club. It's not a club, we just hang out together. So we're almost at 7.5K. Yeah, I know, I'm just like 10 subscribers away. Carburetor on my water pipe is malfunctioning, and I'm going to send it to you so you can dyno it. Well, Hong Kong long shoe do see. If your carburetor on your water pipe is a problem, I don't know what to do with that. And I don't really know what I'm doing with this, but we're going to figure it out as we go. We have a saying for this build: no rules, just compromises. We kind of make it up as we go along, and you can laugh at the failures together, and we can, you know, kind of have fun with the successes, because, you know, every once in a while, to be truthful, every once in a while we fail, and that's okay. It's like Henry Ford said, or no, who was it? One of the famous inventors said, I didn't fail, I just found 1,000 ways it didn't work. So we use that. So first thing first, I got this. I bought a Volvo, and somebody had bought a brand new pot, and it was wrapped in plastic, and I showed my wife, I'm like, hey, this came in the car. She's like, I don't want that thing. And I'm like, what am I going to use it for? Well, it sat in a plow Yukon for like a year, and now I use it to heat up the water because you got to heat up the epoxy for the epoxy to cure properly for the carbon fiber. So I take this in the house, heat this up. I will be right back, all right? Hold on one moment. Edison was a thief? He could have been. He could have been. Give me just a second. You're going to leave? All right. Thanks for joining us today. I'm going to go heat the water up. I'll come back out and we'll get this set up. All right? Okay, water's on the stove. Now, do we set a timer? We're going to set a timer for 5 minutes because that should be enough. That should be enough to get that warm. And in the meantime, we'll clean our epoxy. So these epoxy mixing cups are pretty super nice, actually. So these are gradient epoxy mixing cups. So you put in part A, part B up to, you know, a certain point. I don't even know. We're probably going to mix just a little bit of epoxy on each one. And then we'll be able to kind of dip the carbon fiber in. And then we're going to magnet it to the under the hood. And then we're going to close the hood and shim it the way we want it. That's the plan. Do you think it's going to work? Comment below. Do you think it's going to work? Because I'm skeptical. I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried. You can always add more. You can't take it away, though. Would it be easier to take the hood off and do the epoxy? The problem is I made hidden hinges, and getting the hinges in and out are a pain. Plus, I'm working in small sections. So, yes, I thought about taking the hood off and working on it upside down, but the problem is I need the hood to match the fenders, so I need to have it closed and then shim the hood so that when it cures, it's the body lines are lined up. So that's why I did it. That's why I'm doing it this way. At least that's my thinking on it. You know, I'm open to suggestions, but that's kind of how we're setting it up. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I never said that it's going to work, so don't get me wrong. It may not work. And I may have found another way to fail, and that's okay. Failure is okay when you're building Lamborghinis out of a Ford Crown Vic in your garage. Failures are almost expected, right? We're going to have some fails. We're going to have some wins, though, too. We'll celebrate the wins, laugh at the fails, and we'll move on. And we'll call it a life experience, and maybe somebody else will learn from our mistakes. That's how I look at it. So this is, I'm cleaning, if you could call it that. I'm just taking as much of the dirt off of the inside of this epoxy cup. These epoxy cups are kind of neat. That they are, you can see the lines on it like a mixing cup. And fill the epoxy up. It's got to be 50-50. And we'll fill it up and then put it in the warm water that's heating up on the stove. We'll hear the timer go off when that's ready. We'll bring it out and we'll start mixing it up. And we'll mix the epoxy together. That will start curing. And then, hopefully, we did it right, we'll be able to apply some carbon fiber to the underside of the hood. And this will take many days and many layers, and you can watch along, and then we'll see each day after it cures, did the hood get more rigid from side to side? That's the hope anyway. Oh, there's the timer. Time's up. Too much talking. Gonna drink some coffee. Oh, the birds are even chirping. They like that. So the water's got to be 140 degrees for this epoxy, allegedly. And it's about 63 in here, so this epoxy is at 63 degrees. So we heat the water up, we mix the epoxy, put it in the water, let the epoxy warm up, and then it should all be good to put on the car. Put on the carbon fiber. So I'm going to grab the water. All right, truth be told, is this 140 degrees? I don't know. Nah, we gotta warm it up. That's just barely warm. I probably have too much water in here anyways, but I gotta add some more heat to this. All right, we're gonna add 7 minutes of time here. 7 minutes on the timer. Who knew we were gonna get a baking class and carbon fiber class all in one? First time I see you live. Oh, hey, Brett Martinez, thanks for joining us. Are you a subscriber to my channel? Our channel, I should say. Do you subscribe? Brett, if you hear me, let me know. We had 40 people join our community yesterday. 40 new subscribers yesterday when I live streamed as I was writing their names on the hood of the Lambo. So I appreciate everyone being here, and I am reinforcing the underside of the hood with carbon fiber. I am heating up the water for the epoxy because the epoxy has to be at 140 degrees in order for the curing process to facilitate properly, allegedly. So that's where we're at. The epoxy right now. Update on my Uncle Saturn S series. All right, talk to us, Garrison. What's the update? Yeah, yesterday it was wild, wasn't it? We did 2.5 hours at least. It's a 2-door. All right, so it's an SC. Is it a SC1 or an SC2? Oh, 4-door. So that's an SL. So the sedans are SL 1s and 2s, and the 2-door, technically 3-door, because they put like a back seat, like a pickup truck door on the back to get in and out of the back seat easier on the coupes, was a 2-door. Needs a fuel pump and a starter. All right, well, those are actually, the fuel pump will be the most difficult of that. Okay, that's right, Brett. Okay, thanks for refreshing my memory. We got a lot going on here. So, hold on. I'm turning you guys around. Can you see the hood all right? All right. Now, let's make sure I get his numbers right. Brett Martinez, 8212. All right, we'll go right here. Brett Martinez. Oh, 8112. 8212. What did I do wrong? Couldn't even remember from that little time. 8212. All right. 8212. Brett Martinez is on the hood of the Lambo. He's been a subscriber for a little bit, and he joined our live stream today. So we're just waiting on the water to get hot for the epoxy, and we're going to try something to reinforce this hood that won't add a whole lot of weight, but should add some rigidity, hopefully, allegedly. We'll see. We're learning as we go. So if you're new and you want to get on the hood of the Lambo, you got to do three things. You got to go up here, click the like button. We got 20 likes, 30 minutes in. Next thing you got to do is you got to go over and subscribe to the channel. I don't know where that is because it doesn't show up on mine. And then you got to comment down below. Tell me how many subscribers are on the channel now, and I will add your name to the Hood of Fame. That's what we'll call it, the Hood of Fame, the Lambo Hood of Fame. But I'm not looking forward to flying to Florida to drop the tank. Yeah, dropping the fuel tank, they always fail. They always fail, Garrison, when the tank is full. How long can you drive on a slipping transmission? It only hates hills. Well, that's a tough one. I did have a transmission that was soft in our 2013 Yukon, and I was very gentle with it. And if you know when it slips and you avoid that type of action, especially if it's slipping when you're going uphill, try taking it out of overdrive and putting it in regular drive, and that might save on the transmission because it's in a different gear. So the transmission's only slipping on hills at highway speeds, take it off overdrive, and then that might save your transmission. All right, the bell went off, so we got to check the water. We're cooking. We're cooking. So here we go. I'm going to go grab the water. Oh, you can't use cruise anymore. Yeah, that's definitely not fun. Definitely not fun. So let me go grab the water again. Okay, it feels like it's way too hot, so that's perfect. It almost sounded like it was boiling. So we definitely got a steam. Definitely has that burnt plastic smell, so I don't know what that's all about. It could have been all the plastic grindings on the bottom that stuck to the pan, or stuck to the pot, whatever. So we need enough to coat this, and that's it. So actually, if we could fold this in half. Well, we're going to wing it here. That's how we do things sometimes. You just got to wing it. We're using scraps to make things happen. So we'll go up to whatever line that is. So I'm adding the epoxy to the silicone mixing cup. That's 1 pump. That's 2 pumps. That's 3 pumps. 4, 5. Let's see where that settles. I don't think that's quite enough yet. No. We'll do that's 6, 7. Now these things don't come back all the way real easy, and boy, I can't even. Here, it's kind of to that line. So It's to that line, we got to go to that line now. We had 7 in there, and this is probably going to take 10. Ooh, that was not happy. Hope this stuff is still good. I mean, I just got it this year, but see how it doesn't come up all the way? You kind of got to wait. That's 2. I do count the pumps, although that's not accurate at all. Santa and the cat is in there. Oh, you know what I did? I flipped you around, and now I can't see your comments. Remember, that's 3. We got a ways to go yet, so we'll let that. Oh, Saturn's going on the Lambo. 4. 5. I think this is going to take about 10, and then we'll check where we're at. 6. Yeah, it's going to be just about 10. And then 8. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm mixing the epoxy. 9. The epoxy for the carbon fiber is what's being mixed right now. Actually, I don't know if I'll go, I'm going to go like a half. 9.5. We'll call that good. Now, of course, I don't know where my stir sticks went. I have little, we'll have to get organized here again, folks, because I got stuff everywhere, as usual. As per usual. So, I like this. I think we're going to use this for a stir stick. What's the part? I don't know. I don't even know what these are for. But 2 things. We got to get this in here. Now this starts heating the epoxy so that it is in good shape to cure. Oh, I got just the idea for this, to keep it from falling in the water. All right, you ready? This is what I got here. Ready? Because the cup wants to float in the water. The epoxy is a little less. That's warming everything up. Then we'll get this clean. We'll start slowly mixing this because we got to get the 2-part epoxies together. And it's got to get up to temperature for it to work. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to tighten this a little bit. There. Hopefully we don't break the epoxy because we don't want the water in there, but it has to get the silicone warm to get the epoxy warm. And although you can't see it, I could tell you that it's the epoxy. See how runny it is getting? That's the way it needs to be to saturate all of the carbon fiber in order for it to do what we need it to do. So we're getting there. I'm going to come and say hi to everyone. Check your comments. Did I miss anyone? Renee Wild. Hello, Renee. You think my dispenser pump broke? I hope not. I think it's just super cold. I am mixing epoxy for carbon fiber. We're putting carbon fiber reinforcement underneath the hood of the Lambo. And yesterday we had, Ian, yesterday we had a subscribe. Anyone that clicks the like button up here, clicks subscribe, comments below with the current number of subscribers, I'll put your name on the hood of the Lambo. I'm going to be getting back to the hood of the Lambo here shortly. I just got to find my magnets for sticking this thing under the hood. I know a lot of that probably doesn't make sense of what I'm saying, but trust me, no, I'm not a doctor. I just need to find my magnets. That's going to be a problem. I think there they are. There's one. We got two. This will actually work pretty good. I just got to clean it off. So I don't know if you could see this, but you should be able to see how thin and like real super watery the epoxy is getting. It's good and bad. The good part is it's going to saturate the carbon fiber as we need it to. The bad part is it's probably going to run all over the inside. But this is what we need the epoxy to do in order for it to get up to the proper curing temperature, which is 140 degrees. And I guesstimate what temperature it really is, because I don't know. But here's one of the magnets we're going to use. You got to clean it off. It's all full of rust and grime. So I'm going to take the magnet. We'll put the epoxied carbon fiber under the hood. We'll put a little bit of plastic tape on this, and we'll stick the magnet to the hood in two spots on the epoxy on the carbon fiber. And then we're going to close the hood and shim the hood where we need it, and then let it cure overnight. And we'll do that step a bunch of times this week. And if you're new, you can subscribe and see if it actually functions, if it's really going to make it rigid or not. Let's see, new sub and dropped of 7,500. No kidding. The Boss 2040. All right. While we're at the final steps here, we're going to go back here. The Boss 2040. I'm putting you on the hood of the Lambo. Boss 2040. Hopefully we don't run out of room on the hood to write new subscribers on it, because we took up a lot of real estate yesterday when we did our live stream, which is cool. I'm glad. I hope we run out of room on the hood and we got to write on the roof. I mean, that's actually a good thing. Bolo Santosi. Yeah, we got plenty of room. We got all the we got all that real estate we can write on. You'll probably, when I finish this car, now that's paint pen, well, even though I sand it down and primer surface and all that, you'll probably be able to see your names through the paint of the car when it cures. I know that's a possibility, and that's okay, because this is a community for having fun, and this is not a real Lambo, and people take life too seriously sometimes, so we got to have some fun. So I'm going to bring that epoxy over with the carbon fiber. I got one magnet here. I got another magnet here. I don't know if this is strong enough. I'm worried. I got to find another magnet. So find my second magnet, and then we can apply, because it's going to go like this. Oh yeah, that'll work great, actually. This part will work great. I have no problem with this. What I'm worried about is how it's going to turn out. So we're going to find out. All right, let me trying to find the other magnet like that. Those are my welding magnets, and I usually put them here, but I didn't see it last time. I don't know what happened to my welding magnet. That's a problem. Guess there's another reason why I should clean this over here, ain't it? I do have a secondary thought on how I can accomplish it, but I think if I find my other magnet, which is attached to my welder, hopefully we can get this done. Bear with me. We got a lot of moving parts here. Lots of moving parts. I should have taken you over here. I'm literally just trying to find where I stuck my other welding magnets, which are usually stuck right on my welder, but we've been welding quite a bit and things get moved, and then I don't know where they are. Oh, there it is. All right, I got it. All right, we're in luck. We are in luck. I got my second welding magnet that I was looking for. I got to clean this off. We'll put some tape on them, and then we're gonna bring the epoxy over, and we're gonna go for broke. Are you ready? All right, we got. All right, you can ask me what this is all about. We're gonna tape. Hear me out. Hear me out. We're gonna tape on the part where we're sticking the thing on the magnet, okay? Hopefully this will make sense after I do it, because it may not make sense right now. So we're gonna tape this. This is just box tape. We're gonna tape this all the way around. Hopefully we can get it to stay on there. Okay, see that? So this hopefully won't stick to the carbon fiber as much, and it'll still stick to the car underhood. So I'm going to do the same thing on this one. I don't know if you can see me or not. I apologize. We're working kind of randomly. I've been doing this lately, and we've had good luck building the channel doing this, and got to meet a lot of neat people. I wish I could. I got to figure out a way so I can react to comments in real time while working. I think of one of those high-tech pair of glasses where you can see what people are typing while I'm working. That would be awesome. Almost like a heads-up display helmet in a fighter jet. That would be awesome. So here's the second magnet. So that sticks there. Now we're going to bring the epoxy over with the carbon fiber. I'll take you back this way. So we're going to, sorry for the view. We're going to go back here. The tape back. And we're going to check the epoxy mix. And then we have the carbon fiber there. Oh, I think I see a potential problem. I need plastic bags. Do I have? Well, that's kind of dirty, ain't it? What do we turn it inside out? Just gonna get ruined anyways, unfortunately, but we gotta think of ways we can do this. So we gotta get the epoxy mixed in. I don't know what that is. Kind of worried about what we're doing here. So hear me out. This is our carbon fiber that we have to get coated. The thing that I do need, and I don't know where I have, is a pair of gloves so I don't get epoxy all over my hands. I guess we could use these rubber-ish gloves that are full of grease. That's all right. So the epoxy is all mixed up and kind of curing. It takes 24 hours to make that happen. So hopefully it'll stay flexible and sticky and all that stuff until we're done. So let's see if we can use these gloves. Let's see. Uh-oh. Ah, no. It's getting... Ah. Our epoxy cured. We missed our opportunity. It's gummy. I can't even... I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to take this out. We're just going to let it cure because, hey, mistakes happen, but don't worry, it's not the end of the world. Okay. Remember how runny it was before? Well, now it's like a string. So the epoxy is cured in the bottom of this. So that will be a clear epoxy puck when we're done. So hey, I said the possibility of failing was real, and we failed in real time. Didn't really fail, but obviously with the heat of the epoxy, it cured a lot faster than before. So we just made an epoxy hockey puck that will be used for a paperweight. Maybe I'll use that fail as a prize for the channel because it's going to cure in that mixing cup, and then we'll have a giveaway for it. I have no idea. We're making shit up as we go. I apologize. So that's kind of funny. I actually like that. All right. Well, we obviously had the mix correct because the epoxy cured like it should. And that doesn't happen unless the epoxy is mixed correctly. So we'll try it one more time. We're going to clean another epoxy mixing cup and do this all over again. I apologize, but that's what happens. That's what happens when you're a rookie like me, you know? If that's the worst thing that happens to us today, I'll be fine with that. I will be 100% fine with that being a fail. That's actually a funny fail. So I was too slow mixing the epoxy, well, too slow to get it ready to go. I should have had all that stuff ready before. That the epoxy cured in the mixing cup, and now we have a hockey puck that's clear. We'll do something special with that. Oh, should I add some dye? I don't think it'll work right. Oh yeah, it's hardening. It's hardening, like curing. I shouldn't say harden. I don't know, curing, hardening, however you want to say it. The epoxy is curing at a rate much faster than I've experienced as of late. So we must have had our mixing ratio 100% perfect because the epoxy is curing. And that's a good sign. That means we might be able to do this in sections today and actually make some progress. But won't know until we get our first layer down. Now it's dirty inside. That'll clean up once we mix the epoxy. And this is the first layer, so I'm not worried about looks per se. So hopefully you can still see. I should flip this around again. Hopefully you can still see. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna flip you guys around, and we'll go like this. If I can see the button, because I can't see anything anymore. I had to take my glove off. Right now you're staring at the ceiling and a ladder I jammed in the corner there. There we go. All right, so now I will put you right here. Everyone can see me. See the logos backwards when I go on the reverse mode. But what we're gonna do, wow, that's not working too well. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna mix second batch of epoxy. Place your bets, comment below. Is it gonna fail? Yeah, it's just a test run, the boss, no doubt. Just a test run. So we're gonna start mixing epoxy again, because that's what we do. If you try and don't succeed, try again. I think that's the saying, isn't it? So, all right, here we go. 1, count them out. Look at how slow that goes up. See, if we had this in the water, it would go faster. 2, I think we did seven pumps last time, and 10 of the B, well, like 9.5. 3, all right, it's like 4, here's 5. Look at how slow it comes up. It's just 62 in here, and that slows the 6. 7. All right. Okay, I got another idea. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna go with it and see how it looks. All right, so now we need 9.5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Half. All right, we're gonna call that good. We're gonna call that good. We're gonna start over with this. Now the water temperature's cooled down, so this might change our curing actually. So, but we gotta go with this. So we got that in. We got that in there. Now you can see how liquid it is. We'll continue mixing that up. We don't know what we're doing, but we try, right? Well, the saying we used to have when I used to work on my buddy's dragsters, we don't know what we're doing, but we do it right. That was the saying we always said. Running AA fuel nitro dragsters, because we were learning at that time too, you know? Everything's a learning process. Everything's a learning process every day. So the temperature is definitely a factor. When you get it warm, I mean, you can see how it just flows like, I mean, it goes from honey to like water, and you got to stir it, mix it good, because it's a chemical reaction that actually hardens it. So as that cures, shall we say, um, I will get ready. So here's the plan. Hear me out. We're going to pour that out on this piece. I'm going to take this piece over to the Lambo hood. We're going to stick our two magnets to hold it in place. And then the two, it's probably going to have an edge fold over, maybe two edges. I'm going to take and I'm going to, I have clothes hangers. I think I'm going to pinch on the bottom so the two pieces kind of come together like a V. No, I can't do that because then I won't be able to get the magnet out. Never mind, disregard. It was a thought, disregard. You should probably heat the water back up. I know I should have, but I think we need a little bit more curing time. Last time, you saw what happened. We lost an entire mixture of epoxy. That's going to be a giveaway on the channel. I think that's what we're going to do. Fun with Cars 716 mistake. Made live streaming. So, it's one-off, one of a kind, custom. A custom hockey puck made by a mistake. And you can have that. That's all you have to do is like and subscribe. And, I'll put your name on the hood of the Lambo. We'll get back to that in a second. But what do you think? Do we think we have enough temperature in it? I think whatever temperature it's got, I mean, I like it. It's runny. It's kind of right where we need it to be. We're going for it. We are going for it. All right, you ready? Are you ready? I'd say you're ready for some football. We're going to spill this all over the place because I made this vice grips too tight, I think. Okay, we released the hounds. Now, we're going to take this out of here without getting any water. We'll wipe the water off the bottom of this cup. You'll see me pour it out onto the material. So this is our curing epoxy. It's mixed as best we can. Definitely doesn't feel as warm as we had it before, so I'm sure that's going to affect our cure time. That's okay. Our last cure time cured too fast, but it's nice and liquid. Oh, it's raining out. Nice. Now we're going to pour it in here. Oh yeah, I like that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So we're literally taking the scraps from the carbon fiber headlight buckets and we're making reinforcements under the hood. And we'll do this many times to get what we need back. What we might do actually, this is what we're going to do. Just made this decision in real time. We're going to take this and we're going to reinforce it right now because we have plenty of epoxy mixed up here. So this should work. It should work. Hey, I never said I knew what I was doing, did I? Did I say I knew what I was doing? We're winging it. Sometimes you just gotta wing it. Sometimes you just gotta go for it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we're gonna let that sit here for a second. I'm gonna take it back under the hood, because here's where the important part comes. This is where we use the carbon fiber under the hood, and this is the only way I can see of doing it. Can you see this right here? All right. You see where I'm working right here? Right here. You ready? Here we go. I'm going to coat that with epoxy. I'm going to coat that with epoxy. We're going to stick the material up there with these two magnets, and then we're going to close the hood. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to take our spatula as best we can while it's still liquidy, and we're going to coat the spots that I just cleaned off, because that's where, hopefully, this does its, oh, we're getting it all over the underside of the car. That's not fun. Not the end of the world, but it's just not what I wanted to do. We'll get that in a second. Oh, what a mess. I didn't say it was going to be a neat job. Okay, so the idea here is that this epoxy will cure to the bare metal, and we're going to reinforce the hood with this carbon fiber. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here goes nothing. As they say, here goes nothing. So this is our carbon fiber. Our scrap carbon fiber. Scrap carbon fiber going in this corner. We're going to take this right here, and then we're going straight across. Ah. We're gonna go this way. Ah, shit. Oh, this is gonna be this might be a fail. It won't stay up there, and we're making a mess all over the engine. Nice. Too thick? Too many coats? What? We're just going to randomly stick magnets up there. Hopefully this stuff kind of stays in place. It's not. Maybe we got to only have one layer. And I got to find the magnet that dropped down. That's not good. Plus get epoxy on the back of my head. So, well, this isn't going well. Put this here where we're dripping. See if I can find the magnet that's down here somewhere. Saw it drop right here. It hit, and I swore it hit the tire and then went down. So, oh, there's epoxy all over the valve cover. This is a mess. There it is. I see the magnet. So we're getting closer. We got a magnet. Now if I can get the magnet over here. Well, we got a tool out. The magnet's sticking to the concrete. Ah, this is a disaster. It's a disaster. It's a fail. Okay. we're going with this. Lots of metal shavings on the ground that stick to our magnet now. Now we're going to stick we're going to take the longest part of this magnet. Can we just get it to stick under there and then stick this way? Well, here's kind of the good news. It's kind of taken a shape of some sort. I don't know what's going to happen when we close the hood, but we're going to find out right now. Ready? That's going to hit there. I'm sure of it. Okay. I don't know. Don't know what's going to happen. Could be a complete fail. And we can all... Oh, Grace. Hey, Grace, how are you? Thanks for being here. We have Philippines in the house. Check out Grace's channel. She's got an amazing live stream that she does almost on the daily. Grace, are you subbed to my channel? I thought you were. We're going to add Grace to the hood of the Lambo. All right, so check this out, Grace. I did this yesterday, trying something new. We got all our new subscribers I put on the hood. I'm put on the hood, so I'm going to put Grace's name. We're going to put a special spot for Grace here as she... How many subs you are? You got like 30-some thousand subs. You're doing amazing. So I'm going to put you right on the edge. The only problem I worry about is I got to sand into there, but we're going to put you right on the edge. Ready? So we'll clear out a spot. I mean, Jen got the gold because she's one of our moderators, but Grace. Now, I don't want to misspell your name. B-E-R-N-A. B-E-R-N-A. R-D-I-N-O 8534. 8534. Grace, you have a special spot right on the hood here. I don't know if you can see it. I gotta try to manipulate this tripod. So, Grace, Bernardino, what I have to do, it's going to appear backwards because I got you flipped around. So let me do this. Flip. There we go. All right. Sorry for the messy garage. Now you can see Grace, Bernardino, 8534. Well, thank you, Grace. You do an amazing job with your YouTube channel. I'm just a rookie. We're having fun. We're failing. We're making attempts at reinforcing this hood, and we had some trouble today, no doubt. No doubt. We actually mixed epoxy, and it cured in the mixing pot with, oh, look at this. I got it all over me. I got to clean this up quick before I get epoxy here. Jeez, what a mess. Hey, to be fair, look, I got epoxy all over me. I'm hoping to wipe it off before it cures, because that'll be a sticky mess. It's like peeling glue off of your skin. And you know, the hair on my arms probably would appreciate being glued to the skin. So we got 30 likes today, just over an hour. That's awesome. I appreciate everyone here. I know this has been a challenging morning, and you know, we hit some snafus, some tough roads here. But what we did do was we accomplished getting maybe one piece stuck on there. Now we can open the hood after it cures and see if it actually is still stuck in place. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? So we're going to call this wait and see. So thank you everyone that joined the live stream today. Thank you, Jen, for being here as always. We are going to check back, maybe do a live stream later. We're going to see how that failed epoxy cured in the mixing cup, and maybe we'll make that a prize for one lucky person. I will send them my mistake. That's kind of weird, isn't it? But it's kind of fun at the same time. So thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for everyone that has subscribed to the channel. I got all our new subscribers lined up on the hood of the Lambo, written in paint pen. So if you are new to the channel, you click like, subscribe, tell me the sub count in the chat. I will put your name on the hood of the car. Oh, Snot123 just commented. I just see your comment now. All right. Have a good day. We'll talk to you guys later.